Well, good evening, everyone, and welcome to Yale, Oklahoma. As the 2-1 OBA Trojans look to go 3-0 tonight against the Yale Bulldogs. This evening, you are unfortunately going to be forced to listen to the B team as the legend Coach Roth is out of commission tonight at a volleyball tournament, that is. So we have myself, Mr. Hofen, and Mr. Wyatt Hofen running play-by-play.
Yeah, I can't replace a legend. Yale won the coin toss. We choose to receive. Trojans kick into the south.
Just one moment, and I'm going to get the scoreboard up for us. I'm going to run it from here. Okay, Wyatt, I was manning the live stream. What was that coin toss? OBA won the toss?
Yale won the toss, chose to receive. OBA's kicking towards the south end zone.
Okay. Beautiful evening for football this evening. Little bit on the warm side as it's showing 88 degrees, but it's only going to get cooler as the evening goes on. No wind whatsoever as we sit up in the home team, top row of the home team bleachers. And number 21, Harry Nunez, is going to kick for the Trojans.
Never seen this formation before. By Yale formation. There's the kick. Deep kick, received by number 6. Yale, he goes right up the middle. Fumble. Recovered by the Trojans.
Opening kickoff is going to be recovered by number 35, the Jake Hammer Colby. That return was by number 6, senior Calvin Evans.
That was a good hit right there. Knocked the ball loose immediately. Hopefully we can see some more of that good contact happening.
If Jake wasn't there to jump on that, it looked like Holden Caldwell, number 80, and who was the other one there? I couldn't make it out. We had three white jerseys right there by that fumble.
They were all right on it.
OBA has that 1st and 10 from
the 35.
35.
Pass play. Thrown to number 10. Incomplete pass. Good coverage by number 7 for Yale. Intended receiver was Judge Cheatham, number 10. Second down, the Bulldog 35-yard line. 1st and 10, or 2nd 10. Left side sweep to number 10, Judd Cheatham.
Looks
good for about an 8-yard gain.
About 8 yards on the play. We will take that. As my football coach at Winoka, Coach Kaiser, used to always say, if we pick up 8 yards every play, we win the ball game. So we will take that.
3rd down and about 2 yards. 3rd down about 2 yards for the Trojans. Pass.
2 OBA receivers downfield, wide open.
And touchdown for 35, Jake Colby.
I'll save the Jake Hammer nickname for defense. So looked like Bodie Boydston had his choice of receivers to pick from downfield on that play. He had 35 Colby, who caught that TD. Who was the other receiver he had?
I think it was Judd. I think it might have been Harry.
It might have been Harry.
I think it might have been Harry.
On that opposite side, running the post route. Either one were wide open.
Right side sweep to number 10, Judd Cheatham, and in for the 2-point conversion.
And that's going to make OBA 8, Yale 0.
2-point conversion, good.
We've had a pretty good season so far. I mean, this is the 3rd game we've had, but both games have been a pretty good win. Number 35, Jake Colby, he's done really well these past 2 games, and he's already showing promise for this game.
Last week at Southwest Covenant, in fact, that was probably one of the best things that could have happened to the Trojans, having a tough game that we had to fight for. We did not.
Yep.
We did not mercy rule them, and we did not mercy rule the Patriots last week. We pulled away in the 4th quarter, but that's what our boys needed. We needed to fight for it. We needed to play deep into the 4th quarter instead of facing that mercy rule. Lots of cramps. In fact, Coach Roth last week mentioned bananas multiple times, and there was a sack full of bananas on the bus on the way with us that rode to Yale with us. So Harry Nunez to kick.
Here he kicks, short kick. Caught by number 4. Tackled out of the sideline by number 9 and by number 10 on the Trojans.
Number 4, Tanner Moore on the return.
That return was number 4, Tanner Moore. Number 10, Judd Cheatham on getting the lead tackle there. And it looked like number
9, Corbin.
9, Corbin Burrell with the assisted tackle. Looks like the Bulldogs are on the 36-yard line of the Trojans. Oh, nope, I'm in 80-yard field mode as they're on their own 44-yard line.
Give it a number 3. for the Yale. Brought down by number 10, Judd Cheatham, by number 7, Bodie Boydston.
Number 3, Prather.
Bodie Boydston had a great defensive game last week as well as offensive.
He did.
Almost 5
Looks like about a 5-yard gain for Yale. Second down and about 5.
Yep, that looks right at about 5.
Handed to the left side to number 3 for Yale.
Number 3 is
Number
Cayman
10,
Prather.
Terry. Brings up about 3rd and
We,
Tack-
who was on that tackle, Wyatt?
It was about, I think it was number 44 and number 80 for the Trojans. So Holden Caldwell and
4 set of bounds.
We,
by number
we actually
44,
could have got him
Crow.
more closely to the line of scrimmage, maybe even in the backfield. We were trying to do some arm tackles, some grabbing the jersey instead of doing your hit and wrap up.
we hit and wrap up. That would have been probably a
Maybe a loss.
2-yard game or maybe a loss. Handed to number 3 up the middle. For Yale,
And
gives them a first down on the
Cayman Prather.
45-yard line. Trojans 45-yard line.
yeah, the Trojans
Gave them about 2 yards.
they may have to adjust some of their tackling. They need to just go back to the basics, do form tackles.
Yeah,
Because we're getting them down, we're just giving up too many yards in the process.
nice swat by number 7, Bodie Boydston.
Pass to
Sends the ball flying.
22 pull. Brings up 2nd down.
That was some good pressure on the quarterback. I think what we need to do this game is,
Oh, sorry, Wyatt.
sorry.
Go ahead.
I think what we need to do this game is wrap up and no more arm tackles because I basically gave them the first down from last play.
I did. We're giving up too many yards by just not.
Handed to number 3.
See, we need to hit and wrap up there. Brought down finally by number 44, Harrison Crow.
And number 21, Harry Nunez, looked like he got a nice pop on that.
He did. He got a good hit. Looked like he needed to finish the job by wrapping up. So we're going to be, Yale's going to be looking at a 3rd down and about 8.5, round up to 9 yards. You all cannot see I don't believe you can see the scoreboard, but we are 8 minutes and 46 seconds left in the first quarter.
Handed to number 3, broke some tackles for about a 10-yard gain. Gives Yale a first down and 10 on the about 32-yard line. Correction, 34-yard line. Yale back for the pass. Passes it to number 22, and he falls immediately to the ground.
Good for about a 6 or 7 yard gain.
Number
Brings up 2nd down.
22 for the Bulldogs is junior Jesse Poole. Looks like about 2nd down, and I'd call it about 3. The scoreboard's showing 4.
I would say about 3-2. Yale hands it up the middle to number 3. He tries to push his way through, but is immediately wrapped up. By number
Harrison
44.
Crowe steps in, and with the assisted tackle, who was that? Number 12, Ian Easton on that.
I think
lead
Ian was
tackle.
the first hit, and then Harrison
About a 2 yard
came and
And
finished the job.
finished the job.
3rd and 1.
that was good closing the gaps that they had. Brings up 3rd down and about inches for Yale.
7 minutes to go in the first quarter.
Looks about to have the same formation last time.
Hopefully the OBA bench or sideline is looking directly into the sun, so hopefully in a few minutes the sun's getting low in the west. Hopefully in a few minutes those shadows are going to get even longer, and it's going to give them some relief over there.
Close tackle to the. They're giving Yale the first down.
That's going to be good enough for a Bulldog first down, folks.
That was pretty close.
Bulldogs into the red zone just about.
Almost had them. If we could have gone off that block sooner, I think we would have been able to tackle them. But they did not make them give up that much yards. They just got the first down. It was still a good play by the Trojans.
Looks like the Bulldogs will have that first down and 10 from the OBA 24-yard line. So the Trojans need to stiffen up here. Hopefully they'll stiffen up with it being close to the red zone.
Pass play. Quarterback rolling out. He gets around the edge and he's going straight. He's in for the touchdown.
Touchdown, number 24, Cornelius Quinto on the scramble.
Quarterback scramble all the way to the left side by number 24. 24 Cornelius Prather.
Seemed to bite to their left on that play, and it just left nobody over there to defend that outside corner. And Ian Easton just could not close the gap in time before the quarterback hit the corner and took the sideline up.
Yale having nowhere to go on the 2-point conversion. Sacked in the backfield by 35, Jake Colby.
Did you reference the older brother, Connor?
I'm pretty sure that's what the press box said, so I got so confused for a second.
Connor, if you're listening, shout out to a former OBA football player and student and 2021 graduate, Connor Colby. Inadvertent shout out, but it's good to think back on some of those names and remember when they were playing too.
Looks like number 5 for Yale is going to be kicking, and that is sophomore Sammy Reese.
The OBA kick return team is not a team that we've seen. We didn't see the kick return that many times last year because of just how many times we won big, and we didn't see it much in the first game. Saw it a little bit last week. Looks like
Number 4, Caleb Mendoza running up the middle. Run off to the left side, correction. And not much where he could have gone with that. Put about the 37-yard line, the Trojans' 37-yard line. Trojans ball, 1st and 10. We were able to move the ball pretty well last time we had last possession. Hopefully we can do this round.
We moved the ball fairly with ease. Hopefully we can do exactly that. You're exactly right, Wyatt.
Number 7, Buddy Boydston, passes to number 21, Harry Nunez, and he drops the ball. I'm guessing he never had full possession of the ball.
If I were guessing, I'd almost say that Yale
had their hand in there.
They were the ones that prevented that from being a fumble and actually worked that against themselves. They had their hand in there preventing Nunez from actually taking full possession because he had 2 or 3 steps in him but just never had possession because of the Yale hand that kept him from having both hands on the ball.
Number 10, Judge Cheatham, runs up the middle. Not much of where he could have gone.
Just like that, OBA has a 3rd down and long.
3rd down and about 8.
Looks to be about 8.
About 8 yards.
From just past the 40-yard line. Actually, the ball is on the 40-yard line. The yard marker, or the down marker, the crew member on the down marker just moved the marker back exactly on the 40.
Buddy Boynston in shotgun. Pitches it out to number 10, Judd Cheatham. He gets the 1st down. Nice, about a 15-yard gain.
Crosses midfield into Bulldog territory.
Is that about the 45-yard line, would you say? No, wait.
It's going to be
they brought him back more.
47 and a half, 48-yard line.
About 48, yeah. That was a good play there. Able to get the edge and get past those defenders.
Yeah, he hit the edge. The defensive end stayed just close enough that he kept Judd from breaking free, but he's still maybe right about a 12-yard gain on the play.
Number 7, Buddy Boydston, back with the pass intended for number 10, Judd Cheatham. Right through the hands of the receiver. Brings up 2nd and 10 at about the 48-yard line.
Judd Cheatham is quick enough. He had a step to a step and a half on his coverage. If he would have been able to grab that in, turn it up just before he hit the sideline, he may have been gone. Went quite a ways.
Pass again. Throws it far for number 35, Jake Colby, but barely overthrown.
Couldn't get underneath it.
3rd and 10 at the 48-yard line.
I would like to, at this time, while we're waiting on the next play, just say if you have my number, feel free to give me a text, and if you're watching, just tell me how the live stream looks this evening.
Bodie Boydston in the backfield. He goes for a pass. Sees number 10, Judd Cheatham, wide open. And he is gone for the touchdown. Trojan touchdown.
Touchdown, Trojans. Number 10, Judge.
About a 48-yard touchdown. That was a good play there. Judd got right around the cornerback and was able to break free, and Bodie saw him, and touchdown. Trojans attempting the 2-point conversion. Gives it to number 10. He's able to get around the edge.
Great.
And he jumps in.
Great juke by number 10, Judd Cheatham.
2-point
Broke
conversion.
2 tackles on that play.
Brings your score with 4 minutes, 14 seconds left in the first. Bulldogs 6, Trojans 16.
That was a great play by number 10, Judd Cheatham, by escaping those 2 tackles, which makes the score 16-6. Here OBA Trojans leading the ball game. 4 minutes and 14 seconds in the first quarter. If you can't hear us from the live stream, please contact us and let us know. so we can try to fix that issue. Number 6 back to receive the kick for Yale.
Number 6 is going to be senior Calvin Evans.
Kicking for your Trojans is number 21, Harry Nunez.
The Trojans on offense seem to struggle a little bit the first 3 plays or so, but after that they looked strong. We're able to move the ball. Great plays by Judge Cheatham on offense.
I think we need to kick this one deep, get the ball as far away. But he's kicking in that little gap, giving him time. Ooh, big hit.
Ian Easton and the Jake Hammer on that play.
That was a great hit by both of them. Nowhere to go for number 6 from Yale. Brings up first down at about the 30-yard line, Yale's 30-yard line. I think our defense needs to start wrapping up and closing that gap in between. But we are looking strong towards the end of Yale's first possession on defense. Pass, number 24, open, number 3. Drove out of bounds by number 4, Caleb Mendoza.
Right about the 45-yard line.
Forced out of bounds by number 4, Mendoza.
First and 10.
I've been informed that my mic is slightly quiet compared to Wyatt's, and so I am actually working on that. So if a little time goes by and you notice a little bit of improvement, give me a shout out, or
Number
give
3.
me a shout and let me know how it's sounding.
Number 3 for Yale takes it up the middle, gets about a 2-yard gain. Trojans able to close the gap on him.
Shout out to Coach Ford and Coach Johnson. They are keeping me in the loop, as well as Mrs. Hofen, watching at home, letting me know how everything's sounding.
Bodie Boydston coming off the right side and tackling number 3 in the backfield. About a 1-yard loss.
Bodie's a very strong young man. Not sure the height he's listed at, but he's a tall kid. Spends a lot of time in the weight room, and that play he showed his strength. Wrapped up, slung the runner around to the ground. Wasn't going anywhere.
24 back deep for Yale. Gets the pass to number 22. Diving forward after being hit by Caleb Mendoza. Falls to the ground about the 40-yard line. Picks up a first down at the Trojans' 40-yard line.
We are looking at 2 minutes and 20 seconds left in the first quarter. OBA leading 16-6.
Pass.
And the ball comes
Comes
loose.
out.
Picked up by sophomore Cayman Prather.
Picked up by number 3, Prather.
Tackled by number 44, Harrison Crow. That was a good play by Bodie, knocking the ball loose.
Clock continues to run with a minute and a half to go in the first. So looks like may only get a few more plays left in the first before we switch ends. Second down, and it's going to be about a 12.
Quarterback scramble along the left side. Intercepted by number 10, Judge Cheatham.
They must have called him the line, or the ref on the sideline saw his foot step out on the line. We're going to have the ball about the 15-yard line, but that was a great athletic move and play by Judge Cheatham.
Right over the shoulder pass, which is a pretty hard pass to catch.
Kind of an over-the-shoulder, no-look catch, and great play.
Yeah, and instead of giving up on it, he went after it and did his team a solid on that.
And we need a little bit of confidence defending the pass with giving up a few first downs to receptions. We need some confidence in our defensive secondary, and that should do the trick.
Number 10, Judge Cheatham runs along the left side.
Lead block by number 12, Ian Easton.
Looks like about a 4-yard gain. 3-yard gain. 4-yard gain. Looks about a 4-yard gain. So, second and about 6 or 7.
Seconds to go in the first quarter. Second down and 7 for the Trojans. And that hole blew open.
Judge Cheatham running along the right side. He's going and tackled out of bounds. What a great.
Looks like they got him out. It's going to be about at the Bulldog 43.
What a great gap open from the Trojan line.
About the 42-yard line.
What a great gap open by the Trojan line. Able to give Judge Cheatham a wide open hole.
That hole just blew open, and Cheatham was definitely going to make some big yardage on that.
Quarterback keeper tackled about the 30-yard line. Gives the Trojans a 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line, and this will be the end of the first quarter.
Yale Bulldogs 6, OBA Trojans 16.
Yale Bulldogs is 6, Trojans 16. If we can score on this drive, this could be the turning point for the Trojans. Offense so far showing some great promise. So is our defense with that interception by number 10, Judge Cheatham.
With the change in quarter and change of ends for the next little bit, hopefully you're going to be able to see the scoreboard that is set up down here at Yale and be able to watch the clock as it ticks away. We'll try to keep you updated nonetheless.
Trojans 1st down and 10 at about the 30-yard line. Second quarter is about to start. Pass on the play, giving pressure, just chunks it. Almost caught by number 12, Ian Easton.
Two Bulldogs got in the backfield, put a lot of pressure on Boydston out of the pocket, and then Easton lost his footing downfield. If he wouldn't have lost his footing, he might be able to pull that in.
Yeah, he definitely had his hands on it. It's just him slipping made him lose his grip on it.
It's going to be a 2nd down and 10 for the Trojans. I think I'm discovering why everyone's saying I'm a little bit quiet, so I need to get my mic adjusted.
Pass from number 7 to Bodie Boydston to number 4, Kayla Mendoza.
That's going to give the Trojans a 1st down and... No, that's going to give them a 1st down and 10. Not quite to the 10-yard line.
About 11-yard, about to the 12-yard line, I would say, is where they're down at. That was a great pass from Bodie Boydston, and Kayla Mendoza was able to make it almost to the 10-yard line. Bodie Boydston just quarterback's keeper up the middle. About a 5-yard gain, 6-yard gain. Gives your OBA Trojans a 2nd and 4.
The 1st down marker. The 1st down marker and the goal line are just inches apart.
Would you say that's about 2nd and 6 to be at the touchdown, 2nd and 4 to be?
No, it's more like, and it's not going to matter because Ian Easton just barrels his way into the end zone for a Trojan touchdown.
That offense possession was really strong going against the Yale Bulldogs. They were able just to move that ball consistently. No sacks and no loss of yardage. And 1 or 2 incomplete passes. Trojans attempting the 2-point conversion, and they get it.
2-point conversion good.
Makes a score. Yale 6. Your OBA Trojans 24. About 10:39 in the 2nd quarter.
And we are seeing right now why, just how important the 2-point conversion is in 8-man football. We have scored as many points off of the 2-point conversions as Yale has in the whole game total. So we've made up that one touchdown that Yale scored just in our 2-point conversion. So Yale were happy when they score touchdowns. Touchdowns are huge. But the 2-point conversion is almost like a free shot in basketball. You do not want to give that up. You want to do what you can to make as many of those good because those points add up.
100%.
Wyatt? If I'm not pressing that button, when I'm talking, they don't. So every time I talk, I've got to press that red.
21, Harry Nunez kicks the ball to be about the 20-yard line.
Evans on the return. Brings up 1st and 10, yeah.
Looks like returned by number 6. Had to fall on the ball because your Trojans were all over that. Yale throws it to number 3. We've got to wrap up.
Yeah, we see the importance of hitting and wrapping up for the Trojans. And you actually see that quite a bit in the collegiate level and especially in the pros. The corners step up, and rather than hitting and wrapping up, they drop a shoulder. They try to level the ball carrier with just a hard hit, and it simply doesn't work. And that's what we did there. And it goes back to fundamentals. Fundamental hit, wrap up. Yeah, you want to hit hard, but you need to wrap up.
Yale ran it around the right side to the right sideline. Again, we need to wrap up. Was hit and bounced off of number 21, Harry Nunez. Fumble. Recovered by the Trojans by number 9, Corbin Burl.
That's Corbin's. Did he recover that on the opening kickoff? I can't remember if Corbin, he did.
It was him and Jake, I think.
Jake came down with it, or came up with it. So that would be Corbin's first of the evening. The Trojans' second fumble recovery. That is big. When it's second quarter, you can get some turnovers and hopefully capitalize with points off of these turnovers, and then go into halftime with
we're getting the ball back,
a
right?
fairly big lead that's created through that. Put your opponent in a point deficit that's created through turnovers. That is hard to come back from. Boydston's pass just fell right at the pylon, and Nunez couldn't get underneath it.
Second 10 for your Trojans at the 30-yard line. And touchdowns in this quarter is very, very needed because we're getting the ball back at after halftime. And if we can get a touchdown here, that would be big. Boyson back for a pass, gets pressure by number 77 for Yale. By a freshman, Lucas Reese.
That number 77 is a freshman. He is a pretty good-sized freshman. Got in the backfield, made a great play on senior Bodie Boydston, and created a third and long situation for the Trojans.
That's about 3rd and 23 yards, it looks like. Timeout call by the Trojans, trying to get them to jump off sides.
Timeout on the field, OBA.
8 minutes and 11 seconds left of your first half. Yale 6, your Trojans 24.
So I have to press that in order to have any sound. There's like a short on it. And I could plug it in here. When I talk with people watching back home, I'm only going to come through their left speaker. Well, I might be able to adjust that in VMix. So Testing 1, 2.
Third and about 23 for your Trojans. Buddy Boyson in the back. Incomplete pass to number 10, Judd Cheatham, just right over his arm reach. So fourth and about 23 for your Trojans on the 43rd yard line. Going for it on fourth down. Buddy Bridgeton throws it out. Intended to number 35. Jake Colby wasn't able to bring it down. Turnover on downs on Yale's 43-yard line. .8:30 to go in this. 8:30 to go in the second half. Or first half. Second quarter. First down 10, Yale. .24 back to pass. He gets an opening around the right side. Hit out of bounds by number 21. By number 21, Harry Nunez. Second down and about 4 for Yale. Number 3 finds an opening to get the first down. Looked like the tackle made was by number 9, Corbin Burrell. First down and 10 for Yale. Quarterback scramble. Quarterback scramble. Thrown to number 7. We went for the ball instead of covering the receiver. Cost us in the end to have them have a huge gain. Brings first down and 10 on your Trojans' 22-yard line. Yale gives it to number 3, taking around the outside, but has nowhere to go.
Great defense there by number 44, Harrison Crow. Stepped up. Got rid of his block, followed the ball, forced the runner out of bounds. Great job by Harrison Crow. And he had two other teammates there nearby. I couldn't quite tell who it was. Probably, most likely it was Boydston and Colby, but Easton may have been there as well. In fact, I think Easton was, since he's the linebacker on this near side.
Quarterback keeper up the middle. Nowhere to go again. Brings third down and about 8
For about a 1 yard gain.
for the Bulldogs.
3rd and 7.
Correction, 3rd and 7. Our Trojans, this set of downs is doing good. Quarterback sneak on the left side. Able to get them a first down.
Craver on the keep.
Chased down by number 7,
First down.
Bodie Boydson on the left side. But with a lot of Trojans running right behind them. Yale's about on the Trojans' 11-yard line. Short pass to number 7 on the left side. Able to weave his way around some Trojans.
Very hard fought 2-yard gain on that reception.
7, DJ Reese.
The Trojan defense was swarming. Nunez stepped up, wrapped up, made that tackle.
21, Nunez.
Second and 8 for Yale. 5:10 left in the first half. Incomplete pass to number 3
Number 3, Craver.
into his hands, but fell out.
Pass drop and bring up about
That definitely was a forward pass. Very much farther back, that would have been a lateral. But a little bit of forward progress or forward motion on that pass made it an incomplete.
3rd and 8 for the Bulldogs.
The Bulldogs have a similar situation that the Trojans had down on the other end just a few minutes ago, where they could technically get a first down, but it would be a 1st and goal from the 1-inch line.
Yale looks to throw it again. Number 7, wide open for that. Just thrown too far to the right.
7, Reese, the intended receiver.
Brings up 4th down and 8.
That's going to bring up 4th down.
Brings up 4th down and 8 for the Bulldogs. 4:51 left in the second quarter. Bulldogs back to pass. Incomplete pass. Broken up by number 4, Caleb Mendoza.
Great coverage. Great coverage on that play by number 4, Caleb Mendoza. As Coach Roth and I mentioned last week, this is his first experience with football. He is a junior at OBA, never has played football in I'm in this channel now. Never has played football in his life, but is just an all-round athlete, stepping up, contributing to the team, and doing a great job.
Turnover on downs for your Trojans. Taking up the right side, Judge Cheatham.
Number 10 on the carry. Cheatham brought out of bounds by number 3, Cayman Prather. Good for about a 6-yard gain.
About a 7-yard gain for your Trojans.
It's been a little bit since the camera has panned down, I think, had the opportunity to pan down toward the scoreboard. 4 minutes and 20 seconds. The clock is stopped, obviously. 4 minutes and 20 seconds left in the first half here in Yale. Correction, they are taking a moment, the official timeout, to actually adjust the clock. And they reset 1 second back on the clock. 4 minutes and 31 seconds to go in the first half.
Give it to number 10, Judge Cheatham on the left side. He is open the whole way. The 30, the 20, the 10, and stays up. And he was brought down by about the 5-yard line and landed, and the ball came loose, but he was already down on the ground. That was a really good run by number 10, Judge Cheatham. But Yale has some pretty fast kids there to be able to catch up to him.
You make a great point, Wyatt. Judge Cheatham is no slow football player. He was the starting leg on a state qualifying sprint relay team, and he is pretty quick. And so to be able to catch him downfield once they've gotten up to speed, Yale has some pretty quick kids on their team.
Back. Handoff to number 4, Caleb Mendoza, tackled in the backfield by a couple Bulldogs. Looked like a loss of about 2 yards. Brings up 2nd and goal for the Trojans. Hand to number 10, Judge Cheatham along the right sideline, and he is able to get himself into the end zone. Touchdown, Trojans.
Once again, hopefully we can get this 2-point conversion successfully into the end zone. And that would be, if we're good on this one, it'll be 8 points off of 2-point conversions alone.
Trojans attempting the 2-point conversion. Breaking the huddle. But it was to keep keeper up the left side and able to get himself in.
7, Boydston.
Your Bulldogs.
3 minutes.
Sorry.
12 seconds.
Bulldogs 6. Your Trojans 32.
Way to catch yourself, Wyatt.
Three minutes and 12 seconds left on the clock in the first half of the game. kick for your Trojans. Number 21, Harry Nunez. Back to receive. Number 6, the Bulldogs.
Number 6 for the Bulldogs, that's going to be Calvin Evans.
Gotten and fouled immediately down by number 1 from the Bulldogs.
OBA is being very strategic on their kickoffs. They're taking advantage of that Yale kick return setup formation. They have number 6, Calvin Evans, way back deep near the goal line, but their second level players are not very far behind the line. So there is a huge gap between the blockers and number 6, Evans, and Nunez is pooching it in that gap so that the front guys have to turn around and run backward, or Evans has to cover a lot of ground to field the ball. And so they're kind of trying to take advantage of it. Maybe one day or one opportunity we'll have to recover it, kind of like an onside kick.
Quarterback keeper up the middle, tackled by number 35, Jake Colby. Also on that tackle is number 44, Harrison Crow. Second down and about 8 for the Bulldogs. Right side by number 7 for the Bulldogs. Not quite the first down. Say about 3rd and 1. Let's wait until see to the officials mark it. Looks like about 3rd and 3. Pass by the Bulldogs, but immediately brought down by number 44, Harrison Crow, on that tackle.
There is Harrison Crow again. He's having a really good defensive game tonight.
He is giving pressure to the quarterback, making him scramble on each side. Gives the Bulldogs 4th down and 1. We get a stop here. Turnover on downs with 1:50 to go.
Big defensive play for the Trojans.
Doesn't look like we stopped them. Looks like about a gain of 4. Gives the Bulldogs the first down on the 45-yard line.
Looks to be maybe just shy of the 45 on the 44-yard line of the Bulldogs. First down and 10. 1 minute and 21. It's actually 1 minute and 15 seconds and counting. Clock is running.
Quarterback.
Lots of pressure.
Lots of pressure by number 68, Nick Beckman. Number 35, Jake Colby. And I think that was number 44, Harrison Crow.
I believe Harrison Crow was back there as well.
All 3 of them all giving the quarterback pressure.
Number 24, Cornelius Prather. He had a lot of pressure on him. He was looking to go downfield to his receiver, covered by Nunez, but just simply couldn't get it there with all the pressure, and we were able to swat it away.
Pass complete to number 7. Tackled by number 80. Holden Caldwell.
That'll be good enough for a Bulldog first down and some.
I believe that's the first time we have called Holden Caldwell's name on the defensive side of the ball tonight. Holden Caldwell is not as big of a guy as he's down there in the trenches fighting against, but made a great play.
A lot of pressure that we're giving the quarterback for Yale, number 24. There to give him pressure is number 35, Jake Colby, and number 44, Harrison Crow. They're just finding their way through the backfield. They're just breaking through that line and doing really good. Getting back there and giving the quarterback pressure. And the quarterback has no one there to block for him if they get in the backfield. Number 44, Harrison Crow, almost had him. In the backfield, he just keeps breaking tackles. And they're calling the flag down right at the tackle. Most likely a horse collar from number 7, Bodie Boydston.
And that turned from we were
10-yard loss.
hopeful for a fairly large negative yardage play on that to a reversal of fortunes and a big gain for the Bulldogs, plus the penalty.
10-yard penalty.
That's going to be a horse collar on the defense.
Is a horse collar penalty for the Trojans. And with 29 seconds on the clock remaining in the first half, the Trojans have to hold them 10 yards. First and goal, Bulldogs.
Number 7, Bodie Boyson there in the backfield. Flag thrown down. Flag thrown down. It looks like they're saying it's on the defense here. Waiting to see what the penalty flag was. Face mask, I think.
I believe what happened there is Boydston, he had a lot of momentum. He was reaching for the QB to get the quarterback sack. The quarterback juked out of the way, and his momentum took him and his hand right past the face mask of 24, Prather. And the ref saw it and called it, and it left a huge hole in the defense, and he was able to scramble into the end zone.
24 back deep, able to get the 2-point conversion. Now with that flag from the previous play, they're going to be using that on the kickoff. Instead of the 2-point conversion. .22 seconds left on the clock. Brings up 14 for the Bulldogs and 32 for your Trojans.
And those are the kind of plays you just hate to give up with 22 seconds remaining in the half. We almost had them for a quarterback sack in the midfield area. We were unable to bring him down. On that same play, they advanced up to about the 20-yard line, and then get a 10-yard penalty called against the Trojans for the horse collar. and then on the very next play they get in the end zone. So in the last few seconds of the first half, they were able to move the ball about half the length of the field. Those are the things you just hate to give up, because you could have gone into the locker room at halftime up 32-6, and now it's 32-14. So
if we can get a touchdown in these 22 seconds, we'll be getting the ball back at the start of the second half, which could be huge.
And you bring up a great point, Wyatt. We were not supposed to even get the ball on that opening kickoff. It was supposed to go to Yale, but we recovered that fumble, and we scored rather quickly off of that. And so,
number 10, Judge Cheatham, very good return, brings it all the way to about the 15-yard
seconds
line.
To go in the half, and we're going to have the ball on the Bulldog roughly 15, somewhere between the 15 and 20-yard line. We might be able to get this back, Wyatt.
If we can get this touchdown here, this could be huge for the Trojans. Timeout for Yale.
Bulldogs, 8 seconds left to go in the first half.
Looks to be about the 15-yard line. The Yale's 15-yard line. First and 10 for your Trojans.
Let's take this time out here to do a few shout-outs. We have, of course, you have heard Wyatt doing a great job on the play-by-play all evening. And behind the scenes, but serving in no less of an important role, Travis Moore is the cameraman. Good job, Travis. And we have tonight, the football program has some young middle school boys on the huddle system. Up here in the stands with us on the camera, Titus Unruh. And down in the end zone, we have Jacoby Justice and Nathaniel Barney. All of them doing a great job tonight, learning the technology, serving the athletic department. Good job, guys.
Your Trojans take the field from the timeout. Bodie takes it back to pass. Passes it.
It's caught.
It's caught. They rule it a touchdown. Touchdown Trojans.
So in a 5-second period of time, not counting the time that ticked off the clock during the kickoff return by Judd Cheatham, we're able to get that touchdown back that Yale scored in the last somewhere between 20 and 30 seconds to go. That is huge. We're able to make up some of that ground and go into the locker room with a little bit better padding.
Two-point conversion. Trojans attempting. Run it right up the middle. Number 12, Ian Easton, gets the two-point conversion.
3 seconds left.
Once again, we are good on those two-point conversions.
Brings the score. The Bulldogs 14. Your Trojans 40. With 3 seconds to go in the first half. Let's talk about that pass that Bodie threw. That was perfectly in between two defenders.
Perfectly between them and over them as well. He dropped it. Who was it that caught that touchdown pass?
To me, it looked like Judd, but there's two of them that were both in front of each other. I couldn't quite see.
Our angle up here in the stands, it's a little bit difficult to see because the press box is in our way. We're not able to be in the press box up there this evening, and the press box is slightly in the way, and it was difficult for us to tell for sure if he even caught the touchdown pass until we saw the signal. But we weren't 100% sure who caught it, but he not only did he place it between them, but he dropped it over the top of them perfectly into the back of that end zone. That was a phenomenal throw by Boydston.
Harry Nunez for your Trojans to kick it off. 3 seconds to go on the clock. And there's the end of the first half. The Bulldogs 14 and your Trojans 40.
You know, I think the Bulldogs have started to wise up to that kickoff strategy by the Trojans. They backed their second row up just slightly so that they didn't have as much ground to cover, and it worked out way better for them. So 14 and a half minutes to tick away in this halftime. We're going to cut away. We'll be back here in just a few minutes.
Welcome back from the halftime. Yale is kicking to the Trojans. Back deep to receive is number 10, Judd Cheatham, and number 4, Caleb Mendoza. Kicking for Yale is number 5. Quick receive to number 4, Caleb Mendoza. Goes along the left side. Gains about 6 on the carry. On the returns. Correction.
Number 4, Mendoza on the return.
Brought down about the 39-yard line. The Trojans with some momentum after that touchdown in 8 seconds.
And that's where it was really important to get that TD back, because they scored, the half ended, and then we get the ball back at the beginning of the second half.
Bodie Boydston having pressure in the backfield,
Looks like number 30.
and with a big sack, brings up second down in about
That just
25?
appeared like it was the, no, it wasn't one of our blockers. That was the entire defensive line got through our offensive line and put too much pressure for Boydston to handle. Big loss on that play of, looks like 14 yards.
referees telling Yale to turn off some speakers they have playing music. Hand off to number 10, Judd Cheatham along the left side. He cuts back up the middle.
A lot of work for a just shy of 5-yard gain for Cheatham.
Flag down.
Brought down after a hard hit by number 65 for the Bulldogs, who does not appear to be, maybe it was 55. 55 for the Bulldogs.
Holding on the Trojans. 15-yard penalty. Brings up 2nd and 30. 28.
Wyatt, this is a little bit of secrets of the pros. This is where you just say, 2nd and long, or 2nd and very long. It's hard to even count the yardage, but you are right. It looks like about 29.
Bodie throwing it deep. Attempt receiver number 35, Jake Colby. Incomplete. Buddy Boydston with pressure in the backfield.
I've got to hold this down. So. We have a couple members of the OBA student body in the booth with us right now, so shout out to them.
Buddy Boydston back.
Going to turn the mic over to them.
Throws the ball to number 35, Jake Colby, and it's caught! It's
After the
tackled,
celebration here.
tackled about the 40-yard line. Great throw, great catch.
So how you girls doing tonight?
Pretty good. Pretty good.
So identify yourself. Tell the world out there who we have here.
I'm Blakely Schneider.
I'm Madison Barley.
And I think they are getting one of the crew members something from the concession stand, maybe.
Water.
Wyatt needs a water. Running the commentary does make one thirsty. So
Ian Easton
we are
with a
thankful
great
for
run.
them serving the Squirtle crew.
Ian Easton with a great run up the middle. Good for about a 20-yard gain.
Thank you.
.10:20 on the clock. Sweep to number 12, Ian Easton, but slips. Slips in the backfield.
You know, that's the second time this evening he's lost his footing.
I was out on the field. It was a little muddy, but I think it's just a little, I think he's just too quick for his own feet.
That's what we will say about Ian. I'm sure that's what he would want us to say if he were up here with us right now. Ian is too quick for his own feet. But yeah, that's the second time this evening that he's lost his footing. Not sure where he was going with it, if he wouldn't have lost his footing, but...
Hand off to number 10. Judge hit him up the middle. Good for about... Good for about 7. Brings up 3rd and 5 for the Trojans. Quarterback keeper, Bodie Boyson wide open and just jogs into the touchdown. End zone, got a touchdown.
Jogs into the end zone for the touchdown.
Thank you, Father.
No problem, son. 46-14, we are widening this gap. 32-point gap right at the moment, trying to make it 34. And we do get into the end zone for the 2-point. Are we perfect on 2 points tonight? Or did we miss one? I think we are perfect.
I think we are perfect.
I think we are, because otherwise we'd be 46 right now. So doing well on those 2-point conversions.
Yep. We're perfect on this 2-point conversions. 6 touchdowns for your Trojans tonight. Overall, on both sides of the ball, we are doing phenomenal on offense and defense. Only giving up 14 points to Yale.
Great turnout this evening by the OBA community. You can see in Travis's shot there, quite a few fans, OBA supporters over there in the visitors' bleachers. Several more either standing or sitting along the sidelines in their lawn chairs. And the response I've gotten this evening through text, I know there's many of you watching from home. So thank you for supporting the Trojans.
21 Harry Nunez is the kick for the Trojans. Looks like number 6 scooted up from the goal line to about the 20-yard line. Adjusting the formation, but he's scooting back now. Here Nunez.
Nunez tonight has had the opportunity to kind of shake it up a little bit. Coach Roth and I last night commented several times on his improvement as a kicker from his junior year. He did well his junior year, but you can tell he has improved even more since then. But tonight's been a different look from him. He's had the opportunity to do more placement shots, try to control his kicks a little bit better. He's doing a really good job tonight with those pooch kicks, that onside kick, kind of adding to his versatility as a kicker.
Quarterback throws it to number 7 for Yale. Tackled by a lot of Trojans. First one to get there was number 10, Judd Cheatham, followed by 35, Jake Colby. And last one, number 44, Harrison Crow. Now those, Jake and Harrison have been on almost every play when it involves them coming in on the inside or being in the backfield. They have had a phenomenal defensive game.
Yes, they have. Jake and Harrison are playing extremely well tonight. And you're exactly right. They have been involved in most defensive plays in one way, shape, or form.
Yale carries it up the middle, tackled by number 80, Holden Caldwell. Third and about 4 or 3 for Yale here. Pass to number 7 is complete. Brought out of bounds by number 4, Caleb Mendoza. Number 7, Buddy Boydston. It looked like number 80, Holden Caldwell, was there too. Hands it to number 3, tackled in the backfield by number 7, Bodie Boydston. Just ran right off that side of the line, right into number 3. Able to make them lose about 5 yards on that. Great play by Bodie Boydston. Number 24 back to throw it. Double coverage. On, is that number 7? Yes. Double coverage on number 7. Was not able to make that catch. Incomplete. Sorry for that. Some technical difficulties happening. Trojans able to bring pressure to the quarterback to make him throw it out of bounds. 4th down and 15 for the Bulldogs.
Beaubier is able to hold them here and force a turnover on downs, get the ball back, and put the ball in the end zone. Then that would
Pass.
That would create a situation for the Bulldogs. And
interception
by Judd Cheatham. You know, that's a situation, though, where, of course, you never want to tell a kid to not go for the ball, be aggressive, but it would actually have been better on a yardage situation if he would have knocked that down instead of get an interception, because now we have a 1st down and 10 from the 19, and we would have had it up by the 40 or so. Because it would have been a turnover on downs. But just great play anyway on Judd Cheatham's part. Great athlete. And
2nd interception for the night, too.
You are correct. 2nd interception for the Trojans tonight.
Turnover on downs. 1st and 10 for the Trojans on the 20-yard line. Number 7, Buddy Bootston. There's a number 21, Harry Nunez. Tackled right at about the 30-yard line. They're ruling him down before the 1st down by about a yard. 9-yard pass, reception, carry, something. Second down and 1 for your Trojans.
It may have been a while since we've panned our camera down because the ball's been down on this end. 5 minutes and 46 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter. 5:46 to go.
Buddy Bootston in the backfield. Throws it.
Broken up by number 15 for the Bulldogs, junior Connor Elliott.
Looked like the intended receiver was Jake Colby.
Leaning over to press that button.
Handoff up the middle to number 12, Ian Easton. Good enough to get the 1st down. Gain of about 5.
Yep.
Flag on the play.
That looks like that's going to be a false start against the Trojans. Jake Colby, it may have been on Jake Colby as he rocked backwards. And they may not have called it on him either. It did look like Jake moved early by rocking backwards before the ball was snapped. 1st down and 15 for the Trojans. I'm really glad tonight to get feedback from those of you watching at home. You guys have known over the past couple years, the Squirtle system for us has been kind of a work in progress. We might have some good days and some bad days. We've actually Let me pause that thought and say absolutely phenomenal tip and catch by Judd Cheatham. He tipped as the ball came in. He didn't. Oh, that is an incomplete pass. I thought he caught that.
Nah, he was going right out of bounds when he was catching it. And by the time he caught it, he was out of bounds.
Those of you watching at home might have been wondering what in the world Mr. Hofen is talking about. I did think that Judd pulled that in after he tipped it, but he did not. But the live stream situation for OBA, we're getting better every game, and we've made some adjustments, and hopefully we'll be cutting out and flaking out less and less and less in the future as we learn that system.
Buddy Boyston throws it to number 10, Judd Cheatham. Judd Cheatham making a huge gain. Straight through a lot of defenders. Brings them to about the 46-yard line. Trojans first down and 10. 46-yard line. Brody back to throw. Throws it to number 35. Jake Colby. Pass is good. Brought down about the 32-yard line.
And even more importantly, it moves the chains for the Trojans and keeps us in possession of the ball. And in control of the clock right now.
Look like a timeout was called. Not 100% who they called that on.
Yeah, I wasn't looking either. I was looking down at our audio equipment here. Did not catch who that timeout was on. Or who called it, I mean.
.4:15 in the third quarter. The Bulldogs are 14. Your OBA Trojans are 48.
So far, one of the most important takeaways I've taken from this game is the Trojans have a lot of potential. We are up 48-14 on a team that has given us fits at times tonight. And we are still ahead by 34 points. So there's still a lot of things to clean up, but there's a lot of potential with this 2022 OBA football team, and hopefully we'll just get better and better as we get deeper into the season.
Deep pass. Intercepted in the end zone by Yale.
Interception on field, number 7, P.J. Reese.
It's going to be brought up to the 20-yard line.
Football.
And Yale's ball.
I mentioned at the beginning of this game that this has been a great evening for football. The flag is just hanging right down by the pole, not moving really at all. As the sun went down, we're looking at 75 degrees. And as you see, there haven't been any cramps this evening. No one's gone down with the need for bananas. And so that is always a good thing and expected the farther into the season we get.
Number 24 throws the ball to number 7. Tackled by a horde of Trojans. About a 3-yard gain. 2nd and 7 for the Bulldogs. Pass from the quarterback to number 3 for about a 6-yard gain. Gives the Bulldogs a first down. First down at about the 35-yard line. Bulldogs run up the middle to number 3. Was not able to go anywhere because of number 7, Bodie Boydston, going right through that line, able to get in the backfield to tackle number 3. Again, Trojans in the backfield. Number 9, Corbin Burrell. And was that Boydston?
I couldn't see there. I know Ian Easton was kind of underneath the tackle, the runner, as he came down. So I'm not sure if I was seeing Ian or if there was somebody else there as well. Corbin Burrell is a great athlete who is stepping in and making a big difference this year for sure.
3rd down and 11. And flags are thrown.
Flag on the play.
It's like false start for the Bulldogs.
That'll be a false start
Some
on
up-
offense.
Some upcoming events taking place, sporting events taking place on the OBA campus. Looking at the Mascot Media app here, not necessarily on the OBA campus, but the high school volleyball girls are playing in the Port City Classic tournament this weekend. Tomorrow, the cross-country team travels to OBU to participate in our annual OBU cross-country meet in Shawnee. On September 12th at 4 p.m., the middle school volleyball team hosts Chisholm.
By number 44 Crow. 4th down.
On September 13th at 4:30 p.m., we have the junior high softball girls hosting Medford. And then at 5:30 p.m., the high school varsity softball team will be hosting Medford. Come out and support your Trojans. Lots of activities, lots of things to support them with.
Punt blocked and recovered by number 80, Holden Caldwell.
And I was just mentioning the importance that we've seen in the player number 9, Corbin Burrell, this year. And he got in there, got a hand on that, made a huge play, and big play as we are about to wrap up the third quarter.
48 seconds left in the third quarter. First down and 10 for your Trojans on the Yale 30 or 22-yard line. But it wasn't hands to number 12, Ian Easton. Running right up the middle.
You know, there was a moment in time there I thought Ian was going to make it to the end zone for 6. Looked like the safety at the last minute tripped him up. Stopped him at, what's our yardage?
That's about the
5 or 6 yard line. It's hard to see from this angle, but we're about at the 5 or 6 yard line. And he makes up for it for that getting tripped up on the last play and gets in.
Number 12, Ian Easton, every time we are near that goal line, we hand it to him, and he just runs right up the middle. And he does a phenomenal job at getting through that line. And with the help of his offensive line, too. And we missed our first two-point conversion.
You are right. First time this evening, we believe that OBA has failed to get in for the two-point conversion. But we are still up by 40 points as we have 17 seconds left in the third quarter. 54-14 OBA.
Phenomenal job on both sides of the ball for the Trojans on defense. Our last time being on defense, they were able to bring up a fourth down and force, I'm pretty sure, the first punt of the game. And then block it and then get the ball at the 20-yard line, which was huge for this touchdown. And then on the offensive side, we're up, it's 54-14. We're just doing phenomenal on both sides of the ball, throwing, running, blocking.
I think what we've seen in this third quarter is we haven't struggled as much in the third quarter as we did in especially the second, I believe it was. Part of that is coaching adjustments that were made, talking to the kids at halftime. Part of it also could be just wearing them down. We're beginning to wear them down, pull away. Only 5 points away from a mercy rule at this point, and so we'll see where this fourth quarter takes us. But there are, well, you can see the scoreboard now, 12 seconds left in the third quarter.
Chargers almost got the ball on that kick. Went to go grab it, and it bounced from the ground out to the sideline. Does the mercy rule count in the fourth quarter?
Yes, sir. The mercy rule counts as long as it's halftime. So You can go up by, theoretically, you can go up by as much as you want in the first half. Say you're ahead by 90 points in the first half. You continue to play it, even though it's more than 45. Once halftime, the end of the second quarter buzzer sounds, the game would be over. And at any point beyond halftime, if it is a 45-point deficit or more, the ball game is over.
12 seconds left of the third quarter. Yale Bulldogs hand it to number 3, runs it along the left side, and picks up about 5. And that's the end of the third quarter.
Your score, Bulldogs 14, OBA 54.
Right before that, we had a flag. That was a false start on Yale. We need to stop Yale from getting a touchdown here or any sort of points. And then like get the ball back and score a touchdown here.
It does look like Coach Chaot is beginning to substitute in some of his underclassmen. On that last play, I saw number 70, who is, I believe, we don't have a program. We have a program for the Yale teams, but we don't have the roster right in front of us for OBA. Number 70, I believe that's Ian Burnett, playing nose guard. Number 82, Andrew Campbell, is in, who has been in before for Harry Nunez in the first half. Then the rest look like they might be starters.
Number 24 threw it to number 7. Number 7 cuts back and is hunted down by number 21, Harry Nunez, and trips him up in the backfield for a loss of about 4 yards.
Great play by Harry Nunez. Got in the backfield and just simply chased him down. Showed his speed and ran him down before he could cross the line of scrimmage, and it looks like about a 3-yard loss on the play.
3rd and 14 for the Bulldogs. Sits back to pass and is brought down. Big sack. Brought down at about the 14-yard line.
3 Trojans made pretty much had equal responsibility for that quarterback sack. Harrison Crow, Jake Colby, and Corbin Burrell. Excellent job, guys.
4th and long. Number 10, Judd Cheatham, running it off the left side. Gets pushed out of bounds.
Cheatham was ready to continue to rock and roll on that. He never went down. They forced him to step his foot on the line. The ref blew the whistle. Cheatham was looking to keep going and kind of looked back wondering what was going on. But he stepped on the line at the 35-yard line. 1st down and 10 Trojans.
Trojans have it at the 35-yard line. Ian Easton breaks free. And touchdown, number 12, Ian Easton from the 35-yard line.
And that's going to be the ball game, as the deficit is now 46 points, 60-14, with 10 minutes and 7 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And the officials have called the ball game. The teams are lining up at the 50-yard line for the handshake. Trojans did an excellent job this evening. Fought through some adversity, some mistakes in the first half, and just absolutely poured it on here in the second half. Showed character, staying with it. Yeah, Wyatt, you have anything?
Yeah, we played phenomenal on both sides of the football. Defense causing many fourth downs situations, causing the punt a couple times, causing fumbles, interceptions. We just played phenomenal on defense, and on offense, scoring 60 points, while we only let them score 14.
And 60 points, I might add, on a team that gave us a few fits at times in the first half, as I've already mentioned. So Yale showed more ability than the score may point out. The final score may point out, but it just goes to show how the Trojans stuck with it, adjusted, made those necessary adjustments, and poured it on.
Great game by both teams.
So we're going to log off here. Next week, the Trojans are once again back on the road as we travel to play the Wildcats of Sealing, 7 p.m. next Friday evening, September 16th. And we will be back at home on September 30th. So signing off here, the Hofens from Yale. Join us next week. Thanks for logging on.